Welcome to ISoldMyHouse.com TV. I'm Joan Quinn Eastman, and on today's show, we'll be transforming a Victorian mansion in historic Chestnut Hill. We've got a lot of great ideas for you. We're going to talk about them and show them to you right after this. So stay with us on ISoldMyHouse.com TV.
Oh yeah, you can do it. ISoldMyHouse.com. You know you can do it.
Welcome back to ISoldMyHouse.com TV, where we're in a historic mansion in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, that has an abundance of rooms. And today we're going to explore renovating and combining many of those rooms, particularly bedrooms, to create a master suite. And this is the brainchild of Eric Roseff of Eric Roseff Design, who's with me today to explain his plan. This is so exciting, Eric.
It is, and it's great to be here, John.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. You've come up with a great idea here.
I think we have.
Okay, what have you got? What struck you when you came and looked at this Victorian mansion?
Well, what really struck me was the lack of definition of a true master suite. And this house is so grand, beautiful spaces, a lot of bedrooms. So we came up with the idea of combining 3 bedrooms into one grand master suite, including a brand new master bathroom.
We're standing in front of a fireplace, closet, and linen closet area. So is this a good place to start for you to explain?
It's a great place to start because everything you see now will hopefully be blown up and will no longer be here in the future.
So this would all be gone.
Absolutely, the entire thing would be removed, which would create a nice wide opening into the adjacent sitting room.
So this will be part of a new archway.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
And in the closet behind us, you'll see very shallow closet. This will all be going. As a matter of fact, if you have a sledgehammer right now, Jen, we can take care of that and walk into the other room.
That'll be another show. Well, I can see how that's really going to open the room up. And you have some great ideas for the fireplace as well, right?
I do, and pretty simple. I think the fireplace surround looks like it's probably original to the house, which I think is charming, and I would probably leave that. But I would face over this black painted brick and rip out the hearth and put a new piece of stone. It could be marble, it could be limestone, it could be some beautiful tile, just to update it and give it a cleaner, more modern feel. Some things that I thought about fabric-wise of bringing into this space. One thing I definitely would do in here, because there is so much woodwork, I like that it's painted white, but it doesn't really pop. So by deepening the color of the walls a bit, I think it would really make the architecture sing.
So by darkening these walls, it'll make the woodwork and the detailing, the mantles. And
Exactly, you'll notice that all the trim, the crown molding, everything.
Okay, not only does this house have a lot of rooms, it has a lot of closets, and you've just talked about how you're going to take one out. Let's look at this one over here. What's your plan for this one, Eric?
Well, we're going to take this one out. We're also going to steal space from a hallway closet, which backs up to this closet.
Right, okay, so over here is
and
a
you
closet
can't
in the hallway.
Exactly, it's pretty much lines up with this wall here on the left. And it's a good sized closet. So this closet actually will end up being approximately 10 feet by 10 feet, which is a good sized walk-in closet.
I know bedrooms that size. Jeez, that's great.
And we'd also like to widen this doorway and put a pair of double doors on it, so it's got a nice wide opening into the closet space.
So the hallway's going to lose the closet.
Right, and we'll close that door up from the hallway side, and then this will automatically go into the next bedroom, which we'll eventually get to, and we'll steal a little bit of space from that room as well.
So the master suite is now going to gain a 10 by 10 walk-in closet.
Exactly.
Okay, so 2 closets down, and let's tackle this wall you talked about. I think this is a really unique idea you have. I wouldn't have thought about moving the bed in terms of where it is in proportion to the fireplace.
Yeah, and what we talked about is making the room feel a little more symmetrical, so the bed would come toward us, so it would actually be centered on the fireplace. And because there's only one window, it looks slightly unbalanced. So we would recess a track into the ceiling and hang a ceiling to floor curtain, which would run the width of the room. So when you shut it, we just have a soft curtain wall, which would make the room more dramatic, actually would make the ceiling seem a bit higher, and it would soften the room. It's great for sound, and it would help with light issues in case anybody has sleeping issues.
Okay, so the rod would actually be up in the ceiling?
It would be recessed into the
And
ceiling,
you
so
wouldn't
you wouldn't
see
even
the
see
rod?
it. You wouldn't.
You just see the curtain.
You see the curtain right up against the ceiling.
Excellent. Okay, Eric, on to a closet of a different sort, a water closet. Let's see what you've got in mind for this interesting space.
What can I say? I mean, I think this room speaks for itself. It has to go. I'm sure it served its purpose for many, many years. First thing, the floor needs to come down so it's level with the bedroom and level with the next room that we're going to walk into, which will become the master bathroom. And this space, we will widen this a little bit, so we'll have a natural walkway, which will go into the soon-to-be master bathroom.
Okay, so you're saying that this whole space is now, this doorway that we're standing in is going to become an archway?
An archway or a walkway. I mean, it can't have an arch or not, but it will be a walkway.
And there'll be walls on both sides? There'll no longer be...
There'll be a pocket door on this side. This will become a new water closet here. They'll have a sink or vanity, and your toilet will be in here. There will be a pocket door, so if it's shut, yes, it will just be an actual walkway.
Excellent. Okay. Wow, these are great ideas that Eric Roseff is giving us, and we'll have more of his ingenious ideas right after this. So stay with us on isoldmyhouse.com TV. Okay, so now we're actually entering the master bathroom? This whole space is going to become a master bathroom?
Absolutely, and this is where you'll see the most transformation of any of the spaces that we've talked about. Yeah.
All right, so this is a walkway. We
This
just
is the
come
walkway.
through the walkway.
Absolutely.
What's going to happen here?
Here we will have a beautiful glassed-in shower, floor-to-ceiling glass, built-in bench, 2 walls, the back wall and the side wall will be tile. And then
So
to the
you'll
right,
get the benefit of the sunlight coming
sunlight,
in?
the window will stay there. All the windows will remain the same in the room. The only thing we're going to do are close off the entry door from the hallway where we accessed our closet space. And then the door behind me will also be shut to create just solid wall space. So it'll be very, very private space.
Cozy.
Cozy.
Nice little alcove.
Absolutely. And to the right of the shower, there'll be a beautiful vanity, double sinks, some storage,
Over in
but
this
still
area.
keeping very modern lines to it, very clean. And I think one of the most exciting elements here is going to be the bathtub, which will be freestanding. It'll be centered on the window. Very, very sculptural tub. And actually the tub filler comes straight out of the floor. And it's really beautiful, clean, streamlined, and a real piece of art.
So you'll really be able to have a view of the fireplace from both the shower and the bathtub.
And the tub, absolutely.
Amazing.
And then we actually propose putting a chair, an ottoman, or a chaise in front of the fireplace. And then on the wall behind it, bringing in a cabinet, possibly something older and antique to play off of all the modernity in the room. A place to store towels, toiletries, something with some glass doors, possibly an old English piece. And then I think one of the most exciting things about the room is really going to be the floor. As much as the old floor adds character to the house, wood in the bathroom and in wet spaces is not really practical.
That's true.
So the floor would be removed. We would put in radiant floor heating before the new floor is installed.
And that's when you walk on it, it's nice and warm.
Nice and warm. Yeah, and it actually helps to heat the room as well. And the tile that we were looking at is this tile behind me. It's a brand new product, it just came out. It's actually a combination of cement and polymers. And it has the look of wood because they've imprinted it with actual antique wood from Versailles.
Cement. Isn't that amazing? All right, so what else did you bring? What do you have in mind for these materials, Eric?
Well, I brought a combination of glass and ceramics. This particular glass here, I was proposing to use on the walls of the shower. I love the color of it, it sort of represents water, but I love the large scale of it. It would really create a beautiful reflective wall, which would be a nice contrast to the wood of the floor. And this is the same tile, same color and material as the larger scale, but just a smaller scale, which adds a little bit of more visual interest to the space, and that could also actually be the wall behind the vanity that the mirrors would then be hung on. Another option would be to use white to contrast with the dark brown here. These are penny rounds, and these are small hexes, and they again could be great on walls, and they're really good on floors because of all the grout. It has really wonderful traction to
That's
it.
what I was going to say. It gives you some lift. It's not just a slick surface.
It does.
Beautiful. Same with the honeycomb behind it?
Same with the honeycomb.
And those are tiles.
They are.
And these are radiant heated floors, so the heat comes up from underneath the tiles.
It heats your feet, heats the room. It's a beautiful thing.
What great ideas, Eric. I would have never imagined this, so thank you for sharing your creativity, your expertise, and your imagination with this beautiful Victorian.
Thank you for asking me to be part of it. It's been great.
It's been very nice to work with you. We'll be right back with more of the transformation of this beautiful Victorian home in Chestnut Hill after we look at homes for sale by owners. Stay with us on isoldmyhouse.com TV.